Today we are going to see about the dysthymia. Dysthymia also we call it as persistent depressive disorder. So we'll see what is dysthymia. Dysthymia or persistent depressive disorder is a form of chronic depression. So it is a form of chronic depression, and dysthymia disorder or dysthymia refers to mild depression at the last at least 2 years in adults or 1 year in children. It is twice as common in women as in men and more prevalent among the poor and unmarried. So dysthymia is a disorder, or dysthymia refers to mild depression that lasts at least 2 years in adults or 1 year in children. It is twice as common in women as in men and more prevalent among the poor and unmarried. See, it is a disorder and refers to mild depression that lasts at least 2 years in adults. See, it is the disorder that refers to mild depression. Little depression that lasts at least 2 years. It will be in at least 2 years in adults or 1 year in children. And it is twice as common in women as in men. It is more common in women more than 2 times. It is common in women compared to men and more prevalent among the poor and unmarried. It is more prevalent in the poor and unmarried peoples. The etiology: below normal serotonin level, who are having less than the serotonin normal, less than the normal serotonin levels, that is below normal serotonin levels, and increased vulnerability when multiple stressors and personality problems are combined with inadequate coping skills. See, overall whom we can suspect that is below normal serotonin levels and increased vulnerability when multiple stressors and personality problems are combined with inadequate coping skills, and it is increased vulnerability when multiple stressors and personality problems are combined with inadequate coping skills. Move on to causes. What type of causes can occur? That is chemical imbalance in the brain. And next cause, a family history of the condition. Third one, history of other mental health conditions such as anxiety or bipolar disorder. Fourth one is stressful or traumatic life events such as the loss of a loved one or financial problems. Chronic physical illness such as heart disease or diabetes, and physical brain trauma such as concussion. These are the causes for the dysthymia, that is chemical balance in the brain, a family history of the condition, history of other mental health conditions such as anxiety or bipolar disorder, stressful or traumatic life events such as the loss of a loved one or financial problems, chronic physical illness such as heart disease or diabetes, physical brain trauma such as concussion. Next is the signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms. First one, a depressed mood almost every day for most of the day. See, person will be in the depressed mood almost every day for most of the day. So every time, every day, he will be in depressed mood and for the entire day. Second symptom, having a poor appetite or overeating. Either a person is having poor appetite or overeating. Difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. Either he won't get the sleep or he will get the more sleep. More time he will be in sleep. Always he will be in sleeping mood. Low energy or fatigue. Either they will become thin or they will become a fatigue. Low self-esteem, poor concentration or difficulty making decisions. Either a person having the poor concentrations or difficulty making decisions, unable to make the decisions rightly, and feelings of hopelessness. Always he will feel that he is the hopelessness. Clinical features is divided into as first one, physical symptoms such as persistent sadness, anxious or empty mood, persistent sadness, anxious or empty mood. Second one, increased feelings of guilt or helplessness or hopelessness. And third one is excessive crying. See, clinical features are divided into physical, psychological symptoms and physiologic symptoms. Under the psychological symptoms, persistent sadness, anxious or empty mood, increased feeling of guilt, helplessness or hopelessness. And third one is the excessive crying. And the physiological symptoms such as weight or appetite changes, sleep difficulties, and reduced energy level. Next, see the differences between somatic and neurotic depressions. Endogenous depression or neurotic depression. See, first one, endogenous depression caused by factors within the individual. See here, the cause is going to occurs within the individual. In case of neurotic depression, caused by the stressful events. Dysthymia will cause, neurotic depression will cause due to the stressful events. The premorbid personality, cyclothymic or dysthymic. Here only in endogenous disorders, a person faces the premorbid personality, cyclothymic or dysthymic. But here, neurotic depression, person feels only premorbid personality. Third one, early morning awakening. Here, either person is anxious or obsessive, maybe difficult in falling asleep. And patients, endogenous patient feels more sad in the morning, and neurotic depression patients feel more sad in the evening. See, patient feels more sad in the evening in case of neurotic depression. Case of endogenous depression, patient feels more sad in the morning itself. And fifth one, he feels better when alone. In case of endogenous depression, he feels better when alone. Here, neurotic depression, he feels better when in a group. Okay, when he is in the group, at the time he feels better. Endogenous depression, relapse are common. Here, relapses are uncommon. In case of neurotic depression, relapses are uncommon. And in endogenous depression, insight is absent. Here, neurotic depression, insight is present. And ECT and antidepressants are used for the management. In case of treatment for the endogenous depressions, ECT and antidepressants are used for the management. Here, in case of neurotic depression, psychotherapy and antidepressants are used for management. See, in neurotic depressions, psychotherapy, ECT, we are not providing here. Psychotherapy and antidepressants are used for management. And psychotic features like psychomotor retardation, suicidal tendencies, delusions, etc. are common in the endogenous depression. So, this is the differences between the somatic and neurotic depressions. Next, diagnosis: careful psychiatric examination and medical history. That is mental status examination and medical history based on the ICD-10 criteria. Rule out of physical and psychiatric disorders that can mimic cyclothymic disorders. For example, endocrine disorders, uremia, vitamin deficiencies, or epilepsy, or borderline personality disorders, or mood disorders caused by substance abusers. These are all the factors we have to check during the diagnostic procedures. Next, treatment. Short-term psychotherapy can be preferred. Behavioral therapy, group therapy, and adjust to a life challenge or crisis. Set realistic goals for yourself. Antidepressants such as SSRIs, serum serotonin. SSRIs or TCAs are especially for patients who exhibit pessimism, and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, that is SSRIs, such as fluoxetine and sertraline can be preferred, and the tricyclic antidepressants, that is TCAs, such as amitriptyline and amoxapine can be preferred. Serotonin and norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors, such as devastatin and duloxetine can be preferred. So next we'll move on to the nursing interventions. First one, provide supportive measures such as reassurance, warmth, and availability and acceptance. We have to provide the supportive measures such as reassurance, warmth, availability, and acceptance. Teach patient about the illness. We have to teach the patient about his illness and encourage positive health habits. We have to encourage the patient to do positive health habits. So friends, this is about today's topic. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to Indian Med for more updates. If you like the topic, don't forget to share and comment. Thank you.